Sometimes we use the word Renaissance to talk about revival of something generally, but in art history, Renaissance means something very specific. It means the rebirth of the culture of ancient Greek and ancient Rome, which we call the classical period or classical antiquity. It started at the very end of the medieval, and that's a good place to start because it gives a sense of what the Renaissance is going to differently. Then let me first explain the medieval form of Gothic art, which is based on the Romanesque as an example. And then yours will be notification of how the fiction changes as time goes by. There are beautiful stained glass windows from Chartres Cathedral, which we usually know Cathedral Notre Dame de Chartres. This was very important cathedral in the medieval period, and it's extremely famous for its stained glasses. And one of its most famous windows is known as the Blue Virgin. In the center is the Virgin Mary. She sits on the throne, and the young Christ child is sit on her lap. Both of the figures are frontal, and that's a force that is very static as for the medieval art expression. It gives us a sense of the divine. Due to the fact that human always move into the normal way, it's rarely seen from the perfect front view. So as soon as a figure is represented in a frontal way, there is a sense of authority, a sense of eternal. There are medieval formality. This is not meant to portray real people. This is meant to portray the Virgin Mary and Christ child in heavenly sphere. And in fact, we see above them a representation of a dove, and that's a symbol of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit being one part of the three-part nature of God. We also see that the figure of the Virgin, especially, if she were to stand up, her body would be long. There's no concern with the naturalistic rendering of the proportion of the human body, but one of my favorite aspects is that you have this very large Virgin and Child in the center, and then you have this rather small angel that are framing them on either side. A hierarchy is expressed as between the angels and the Madonna and the Christ child, telling us that they are more important than the angel on either side of them. This is also one of the intermittency way of being portrayed in the large size of artwork of the Middle Ages. That was the main topic idolatry fiction that we generally affect that the Renaissance speaks of the shift from the God-centric world to the human-centric world.